Smile to people, because when you hurt people, they will revenge, and then you fight again, never stop. So you just smile, make people happy, then we'll stop.
Forget everything you think you know about Jet Li. The martial arts legend you see on screen is hiding a shocking secret. His real-life journey is even more jaw-dropping than any fight scene. From becoming a millionaire to battling health issues, the story of how he lives is one of the most fascinating in Hollywood. Want to know how a martial arts icon turned his success into a fortune? Keep watching, because what we're about to reveal about Jet Li's life will leave you speechless. Born Li Lianjie in Beijing, China, Jet's early life was a far cry from the glamorous world he now occupies. His father passed away when he was just 2 years old, and his mother was left to raise him and his siblings on her own. The future star was instilled with values of discipline, humility, and respect for authority, all traits that shaped his character both in and out of the ring. Despite facing the challenges of growing up in a single-parent household, Jet's incredible work ethic and focus on martial arts set the stage for his rise to fame. Jet's first taste of greatness came at the young age of 8, when he was selected to join a wushu group. His talent didn't go unnoticed, and soon he was training rigorously under a coach who believed in his potential. But what really set Jet apart wasn't just his physical skill. It was his mental discipline and wisdom. At just 11, he was already achieving what seemed impossible, becoming a 5-time Chinese wushu champion by the age of 16. His journey to martial arts greatness wasn't an easy one, with countless hours of intense training and sacrifices along the way. Even as his career began to flourish, Jet's humble nature remained intact. He wasn't driven by fame or fortune, but by a deep-rooted desire to represent his country and his culture on the global stage. This was evident when he famously turned down a potential career as a bodyguard for US President Richard Nixon, opting instead to focus on wushu and its potential to influence the world. His journey was far from conventional, but Jet's unwavering dedication to his craft would soon see him conquer the world. By the time Jet was a teenager, he had already achieved so much in martial arts that he quickly became an icon in China. His performances and victories became symbols of national pride. But the real turning point came when a film director saw his potential not just as a fighter, but as an actor. This marked the beginning of his transition from the martial arts world into the spotlight of global cinema. However, even as Jet's fame soared, he remained deeply connected to his roots, driven by purpose and authenticity in every step of his career. Jet's story proves that the path to success is often far more challenging than the public sees. His journey from Beijing's streets to the world's biggest movie sets wasn't just about skill. It was about perseverance, resilience, and most importantly, wisdom. As his name became synonymous with martial arts greatness, Jet Li's star continued to rise, setting the stage for one of the most lucrative and influential careers in Hollywood history. How much is he really worth? Jet Li's journey to wealth and fame is often the subject of curiosity, and for good reason. In 2020, the actor's net worth was an impressive $250 million, making him one of the highest-paid Chinese stars in the world. His income was primarily driven by his illustrious acting career, but there's more to his fortune than just movies. Li's investments in real estate, his business ventures, and lucrative endorsements have all contributed to his millionaire lifestyle. From his appearances in action-packed blockbusters like The Expendables and Lethal Weapon 4, to his role as the face of Swiss luxury watch brand Hublot, Jet Li's career has been a well-oiled money-making machine. One of the most notable aspects of Jet's wealth is his real estate portfolio. In 2008, he purchased a sprawling mansion in Shanghai worth around $30 million, rumored to have been a gift for one of his daughters. Although the house fell into disrepair over time, its initial value and his investment in it showed Jet's penchant for securing his wealth. But his real estate holdings didn't stop there. He also owns a luxurious bungalow in Singapore worth $15 million US. Singapore's high-end real estate market has been kind to Li, with his properties reflecting both his success and his desire for security and stability. Jet also made some high-profile purchases to enhance his lifestyle, including luxury cars like the BMW 745 Li and a Spyker C8 Spider. These vehicles are more than just modes of transport. They are status symbols that reflect Jet Li's journey from a humble boy in Beijing to a global martial arts and film superstar. But despite his lavish purchases, Jet is known to be fairly low-key about his wealth, rarely flaunting his luxury lifestyle in the public eye. While the world may know him as a martial arts icon, Jet's influence extends far beyond the silver screen. His role in the luxury watch industry, where he became the face of Hublot in 2010, solidified his place in the world of high-end fashion. He also co-founded a company called Taiji Zen, a lifestyle brand focused on promoting health and wellness through the practice of Tai Chi. This company, alongside his martial arts fitness program Wuji, showcases Jet's continued involvement in ventures that align with his values of balance and well-being. Jet Li's wealth is a direct reflection of his long-standing career in both film and business. His portfolio spans multiple industries, from entertainment to luxury goods to health and wellness, proving that he is not just a martial artist, but a savvy businessman. With a diversified income stream and a passion for personal growth, Jet has managed to create a legacy that is both financially and spiritually rewarding. The lifestyle of a martial arts legend. Jet Li's lifestyle is often described as humble, yet undeniably luxurious. Despite his fortune, Jet has never been one to flaunt his wealth. Unlike many other celebrities, he doesn't boast about his high-end possessions or publicize his extravagant lifestyle. Instead, he focuses on living a life centered around balance and family. His decision to renounce his Chinese and US citizenship in favor of Singaporean citizenship in 2009 was influenced by the country's high-quality education system, ensuring a stable future for his daughters. His Singaporean home, located in Bukit Timah, is a perfect reflection of his taste for understated luxury. The $15 million property stands as a quiet retreat, far from the prying eyes of the public. Here, Jet enjoys peace and tranquility, embracing the quiet life away from the Hollywood spotlight. He spends his time practicing Tai Chi, playing badminton, and reading, all activities that reflect his desire to live mindfully and in tune with his body. Even when it comes to travel, Jet's approach is the same. Private, yet not ostentatious. Though he has the means to fly on private jets and enjoy the most luxurious experiences, Jet prefers to keep his personal life as private as possible. His trips often revolve around his family and his passion for charity, which has been a significant part of his life for many years. The actor's philanthropic efforts are not just financial, they are deeply personal. Beyond his family life, Jet is also deeply involved in spiritual practices, particularly Tibetan Buddhism. This belief system has guided him through his career and helped him maintain his sense of purpose. His encounters with spiritual leaders like the Dalai Lama reflect his commitment to personal growth and compassion. This connection to spirituality helps Jet remain grounded, despite his global fame and fortune. Jet Li's wealth may have afforded him a life of luxury, but it is his inner peace and sense of fulfillment that define his true lifestyle. His ability to balance personal wealth with family, charity, and spiritual growth is what truly sets him apart from other stars. Despite his fame, Jet remains a man who seeks fulfillment in the quiet moments, enjoying a life full of purpose and love. The tsunami that changed his life forever. Jet Li's life took an unexpected turn in 2004, when the world was rocked by the Indian Ocean tsunami. While vacationing with his family in the Maldives, Jet Li became part of one of the most devastating natural disasters of the 21st century. Fortunately, Jet survived, though he sustained an injury while saving his daughter. The event profoundly impacted his life, making him reevaluate what truly mattered. No longer was he simply focused on his career and wealth. Jet realized the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment with his loved ones. In the aftermath of the disaster, Jet chose to focus on what he could control: his family's well-being and his personal life. He shifted his attention to spending more time with his wife and children, taking fewer high-profile roles in films and focusing more on his charitable efforts. The experience led him to become an advocate for disaster relief, further demonstrating his commitment to helping others. Jet Li's foundation, One Foundation, was founded with the goal of assisting victims of natural disasters and providing psychological support. The trauma of the tsunami left Jet with a new sense of humility. He became more private and began to retreat from the limelight, finding solace in his spiritual practices and spending quality time with his family. This experience also sparked his interest in alternative medicine and wellness, which led him to develop the Wuji program, a fitness and mindfulness practice that combines elements of wushu, yoga, and Pilates. Despite his wealth and fame, the tsunami taught Jet a valuable lesson in the impermanence of life. It deepened his understanding of what was truly important: his health, his family, and his inner peace. This perspective shift was pivotal in his continued success, allowing him to make conscious decisions about the roles he chose to take and the causes he supported. Jet Li's near-death experience was a reminder that wealth and fame are fleeting, and the true value of life lies in personal growth, relationships, and the impact one can make on the world. His charity work, wellness programs, and commitment to his family reflect a man who has learned to prioritize what truly matters, regardless of his financial status or global recognition. The many faces of Jet Li. Jet Li's acting career is marked by iconic roles that have revolutionized the action film genre. From his early beginnings in the Shaolin Temple series to his legendary appearances in Lethal Weapon 4 and The Expendables, Jet has shown the world that martial arts is not just a physical discipline but an art form that can tell compelling stories. What made his performances stand out was not just his fight scenes, but his ability to bring depth and emotional intensity to his characters. His role in Lethal Weapon 4 was a breakthrough moment in his Hollywood career, where he played the villain, marking a departure from his usual heroic roles. Despite initial concerns about playing a negative character, Jet's performance earned him critical acclaim, and the film's commercial success helped establish him as a major action star in the West. From that point forward, Jet became a household name, not just in China but worldwide. In The One, Jet Li's role as a dual version of himself pushed the boundaries of the science fiction action genre. His complex portrayal of two characters battling each other showcased his versatility as an actor. The fight choreography in The One was revolutionary, with Jet's signature speed and precision elevating the action scenes to new heights. His dedication to his craft, performing his own stunts and training for months before shooting, became the hallmark of his career. Jet's contributions to the action genre are undeniable. Movies like Fearless, Fist of Legend, and Once Upon a Time in China all featured groundbreaking fight choreography and intense action scenes. But what set Jet apart was his commitment to telling a story through martial arts, making each fight scene an emotional journey rather than just a display of skill. His passion for wushu and its ability to express both grace and power through movement was evident in every film he made. Jet Li's influence on the action genre has been profound. His ability to blend storytelling with martial arts revolutionized how fight sequences were perceived, elevating them from mere spectacles to essential components of a film's narrative. As an actor and a martial artist, Jet Li forever changed the action genre, and his legacy continues to inspire new generations of filmmakers and performers. From Hollywood to philanthropy, Jet Li's influence extends far beyond the film set, having a lasting impact on both Hollywood and the world at large. Known for his martial arts mastery and action-packed roles, he also became a figure of inspiration for those seeking to live with purpose. His contributions to the entertainment world are undeniable, but it's his philanthropy that truly showcases the depth of his character. Through his non-profit foundation, One Foundation, Jet has made significant efforts in providing disaster relief, psychological support, and humanitarian aid in the wake of global tragedies. Jet's philanthropic journey began in 2007 when he founded the One Foundation, focusing on disaster relief, particularly in China, following catastrophic events like earthquakes and floods. The foundation's impact has been profound, offering not just financial support, but also emotional recovery for victims. His role as an ambassador for the Red Cross has further solidified his position as not just a martial arts icon, but a true humanitarian. Despite his fame, Jet Li has always remained grounded in his values. His personal story, rising from humble beginnings in Beijing to becoming a global superstar, has given him a unique perspective on life. This outlook led him to dedicate much of his time and resources to improving the lives of those in need. His contributions to charity are often understated, done behind the scenes without the need for recognition, showing the authenticity of his character. Jet's humanitarian work extends to youth development as well. He has used his platform to encourage young people, particularly in China, to embrace martial arts. Not just as a sport, but as a way of life that instills discipline, focus, and respect. His philosophy of martial arts as a tool for personal growth resonates with thousands of young practitioners who view him as both a mentor and a role model. Through his charity work, personal contributions, and dedication to spreading his martial arts philosophy, Jet Li has created a legacy that extends far beyond the silver screen. He has proven that true success is not just about wealth or fame, but about making a lasting, positive impact on the world. His influence continues to grow, showing that martial arts, faith, and generosity are powerful forces that can change lives. The quiet luxury of Jet Li's life. Jet Li may be known for his quiet, humble personality, but the reality of his life is nothing short of luxurious. As one of the wealthiest martial artists in the world, Jet Li enjoys the kind of lifestyle most can only dream of, all while maintaining a low-key presence. His mansion in Shanghai, purchased for around $30 million, serves as a testament to his success. While it may have fallen into disrepair over the years, the original grandeur of the house reflected Jet's desire to provide for his family. It wasn't just an investment, it was a place where he hoped to raise his children in comfort and security. In addition to his Shanghai home, Jet owns a luxurious bungalow in Singapore, worth around $15 million. Located in Bukit Timah, an elite area known for its prestigious residents, the bungalow is a peaceful retreat away from the bustle of the media and Hollywood. Here, Jet enjoys a life centered around his family, martial arts, and personal development. His Singaporean home offers the perfect balance of luxury and privacy, allowing him to live life on his own terms. While Jet's homes are lavish, his approach to spending is marked by modesty. He isn't one for flaunting his wealth, preferring to keep his personal life private. The cars he drives, a BMW 745 Li and a Spiker C8 Spider, are beautiful, but they aren't ostentatious. Jet's focus has always been on maintaining balance and peace, not accumulating material possessions. The luxury he enjoys isn't defined by flashy goods, but by the freedom to live his life with purpose and intention. One of the most striking aspects of Jet Li's wealth is how he has used it to benefit his family. When he made the decision to move to Singapore, it wasn't just for the country's excellent education system, but also for his daughter's well-being. Jet Li's wealth has allowed him to prioritize his family's future, ensuring they have the best opportunities in life. His investments reflect his long-term thinking, building a legacy that will continue to support his loved ones for years to come. Jet Li's millionaire status is not just a byproduct of his career. It's the result of smart decisions, a commitment to his family, and an unwavering focus on living life with purpose. His life may be filled with luxury, but it's also filled with balance, discipline, and an understanding that true wealth is not measured in possessions, but in how one lives and gives back to the world. Jet Li's life hasn't been without its challenges, and one of the most personal struggles he has faced is his ongoing battle with hyperthyroidism. Since 2010, Jet has dealt with the debilitating condition, which affects the thyroid and leads to symptoms like fatigue, weight loss, and muscle weakness. Despite the public's concern about his health, Jet has remained open about his condition, even sharing with fans that he continues to fight the disease. His openness about his health struggles has humanized him in the eyes of many, showing that even the strongest of icons face battles behind the scenes. In addition to his health issues, Jet has made the decision to continue working despite the physical toll his career has taken on his body. He knows that his time in the action world is limited, but his passion for film and martial arts remains as strong as ever. He famously commented that if he left the film industry now, he would end up in a wheelchair, but if he stayed, he would still end up in one. Only this time, it would be encrusted with diamonds. This humorous yet poignant statement reflects his commitment to continue working as long as he is able, even if it means sacrificing his own health. The struggles Jet Li faces with hyperthyroidism have shaped his personal life and career in profound ways. His health has forced him to slow down, reassess his priorities, and focus more on family and charity. He no longer takes on as many high-stakes roles and has become more selective in the projects he takes on, focusing on quality over quantity. This shift in his career has allowed Jet to spend more time with his wife, children, and focus on his spiritual practices, ensuring that he can live a long, healthy life, despite the challenges. Jet Li's health crisis has also led him to advocate for a healthier lifestyle. He is a strong proponent of mental and physical well-being, often emphasizing the importance of balance and self-care. This philosophy has not only influenced his own life, but has become a cornerstone of his philanthropic work. His fitness program, Wuji, combines elements of wushu, yoga, and Pilates, promoting health and mindfulness to help others live healthier, more balanced lives. Despite his health challenges, Jet Li remains an inspiration to many. His ability to continue working, even while dealing with a life-altering condition, speaks to his strength of character and determination. He has shown that even when life throws obstacles your way, it's possible to overcome them with resilience, grace, and a positive outlook. As Jet Li continues to battle health issues, many fans are left wondering what the future holds for this legendary martial artist. Despite his health struggles, Jet's career shows no sign of slowing down. He is currently working on a variety of projects, both in front of and behind the camera. His film career may not be as active as it once was, but Jet has made it clear that he's not done yet. Whether it's through cameo appearances, philanthropic endeavors, or new fitness programs, Jet Li's influence will continue to be felt for years to come. In addition to his career, Jet has also turned his attention to his family. His wife and daughters remain his top priority, and he has made it clear that he wants to be there for them through every step of their lives. As he moves into the next phase of his life, his focus is on ensuring that his family is well taken care of, both financially and emotionally. This has led Jet to explore new ways of generating income, from business ventures to new media projects that align with his values. Jet's legacy as a martial artist and philanthropist is already cemented, but there are still many chapters to write. His charity work through the One Foundation and his Tai Chi program continue to grow, helping countless individuals around the world. Jet Li's name will be synonymous with martial arts and personal growth, and his work will continue to inspire people to live with purpose and balance. The future for Jet Li may be uncertain in some ways, but one thing is clear. He will continue to influence the world, whether through his work, his wisdom, or his charitable endeavors. As the martial arts world evolves and new stars rise, Jet's legacy will remain a shining example of what it means to live a meaningful life, both in and outside of the spotlight. Jet Li's influence will undoubtedly continue to transcend time, and while the public may have concerns about his health, Jet's inner strength and commitment to his family and community will ensure that his impact will be felt for generations. The future of Jet Li is still bright, and the world is eagerly awaiting what comes next for the martial arts icon. From martial arts legend to millionaire, Jet Li's life is one you just can't ignore. His wealth, his sacrifices, his incredible rise from humble beginnings, all of it proves he's not just a fighter on screen, but a champion in life. But what's next for Jet Li? Will his legacy continue to shine, or will his health battles slow him down? We want to hear from you. What part of Jet Li's story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back. Hit that like button if you're amazed by his life, and make sure to subscribe for more exclusive deep dives.
Tom, who's been estranged from his daughter for more than a decade after Holmes filed for divorce.
Tom Cruise's daughter, Suri Cruise, has broken silence after years of staying away from the public eye about the complicated relationship between her and her father.
Suri has made some changes in her life, including dropping her father's last name, Cruz, and adopting the name Suri Noel, honoring her mother's middle name.
This revelation had shocked everyone because we were no longer surprised with any of Tom's action after joining the Church of Scientology.
Scientologists believe. As a religion, what are their beliefs? They believe that their soul, the Thetan, is immortal, and our lives are not confined to the single lifetime. They also believe we are capable of anything, even if we haven't been able to realize it yet.
But this revelation is the least we expected or even could have imagined. For years, Suri Cruise has been one of Hollywood's most elusive figures, a young lady growing up under the intense spotlight from her father's legendary status, yet she maintained a level of privacy that few could imagine. Now, after years of silence, Suri Cruise has decided to speak out, and her revelations have left the world speechless. What did Suri finally reveal, and what happened during the years? Join us in this video as we share this unbelievable revelation, Tom Cruise's daughter, unimaginable and shocking revelation. Suri Cruise finally opens up about her strained relationship with her father and the pressures of growing up in the public eye. The truths she shares are more shocking than anyone could have anticipated, pulling back the curtain on the world's most private Hollywood family. From the moment she was born, Suri Cruise became one of the most talked about children in Hollywood. As the daughter of Tom Cruise, an actor with a high profile, always making the headlines, and Katie Holmes, a beloved actress. Tom on his path has refused to say much about his relationship with his daughter after separating from Katie.
After 5 years of marriage, Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise are getting a divorce,
fueling endless speculation and curiosity as the public is aware that things are not going smoothly following the family's recent actions. The last contact he made with her was when she was 7. Suri has turned 18 and maybe thinks it is time for us to finally give clarification on the true matter and who has been there for her over the years. Was Tom playing his father's role behind not minding public rumors? Or what exactly really happened? Keep watching to find out. For decades, Tom has been one of Hollywood's most great figures.
Biggest movie star on the planet. Tom Cruise is the Hollywood megastar behind some of the most memorable films of all time.
A superstar whose off-screen life has been just as intriguing and interesting as his on-screen persona. From his daring stunts in the Mission Impossible series to his very public involvement with the Church of Scientology, Tom has always been a magnet for attention. But amidst all the drama, there's one part of his life that has remained shrouded in mystery, which is his relationship with his daughter, Suri. Suri was born on April 18, 2006, into a world of unimaginable wealth and fame. From the moment she was born, she became the subject of intense media scrutiny. Paparazzi definitely followed her every move, taking pictures and trying to capture her everyday life. But despite the constant attention, Suri's early years were marked by a high level of privacy. From a young age, she was aware her life was different, but not really full of butterflies, as her parents got divorced in 2012. Katie Holmes, who divorced Tom Cruise in 2012, has always been fiercely protective of her daughter. She made it like a pledge or a mission to protect Suri's privacy. She relocated to New York City, where they could live away from the Hollywood frenzy. While Tom continued his meteoric career, Suri and Katie focused on building a life that was more grounded, with as few interruptions from the press as possible. After her highly publicized divorce from Hollywood A-lister like Tom Cruise,
Tom and Katie have come to a settlement ending their 5-year marriage. Now, previously it was reported that Tom and Katie had to meet in New York City to hammer out a divorce settlement.
Katie Holmes found herself constantly hounded by the media. Every move she made, every step she took, made many headlines. She knew she needed to do something. It wasn't always easy, especially when she had to think about how her actions would affect her daughter Suri. But Katie knew that keeping a low profile was the best way to find some peace and calmness in her life. By avoiding the media, she hoped to create a sense of distance between herself and the chaos that had once defined her life. But even as Katie worked to create a safe and stable environment for her daughter, the public's fascination with Suri only grew. Speculation about her relationship with her father became endless. Yet, through it all, Suri remained silent, choosing to keep her life out of the public domain until now. Now to where everyone concluded Tom's unthinkable lifestyle started was him becoming a member of the Church of Scientology.
When he was doing his Scientology training and his counseling, he was required to do that counseling in Scientology, and I got to be that person. So I would see him every single day, and he would do Scientology counseling on me. And at that time, he was Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise's deep and unwavering involvement with the Church of Scientology has been a topic of intrigue and controversy, making the public link it to his personal life. The Hollywood superstar has been one of the church's most visible and vocal members, often crediting Scientology for his success, discipline, and outlook on life. However, some speculate that this very devotion has strained his relationships, particularly with Suri and Katie, given the noticeable distance between him and his daughter. Tom has not really been involved in the daughter's life. It must be hard on Suri's path knowing her dad is out there giving people reasons to smile, but not in her own life. He was frequently seen in public with Suri, but not until 7, he seemingly faded from her life. This has led to whispers that Tom's deepening commitments to Scientology are responsible for their separation.
Tom is a member of the Church of Scientology. In fact, he's reportedly one of the top 3 in command. And although Holmes converted, she has admitted that Scientology was also one of the reasons she wanted to get a divorce.
Also looking at the aspect of his marriage, his highly publicized marriage to Katie, which seemed like a fairy tale at the beginning, ended in a sudden and shocking divorce in 2012. The abrupt nature of their split and the speed at which Katie sought full custody of Suri fueled rumors that the Church of Scientology influenced their relationship's demise. Probably Katie was concerned about the potential impact of Scientology on their daughter and took drastic steps to distance herself and Suri from the church's reach. Observers say Tom's involvement in Scientology has brought out a darker, more intense side of his personality. One of the most vocal former Scientologists, actress Leah Remini, left the church in 2013.
Differences here is you're required to pay a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to be there. And also what's required of a Scientologist, which, I credit them. It's not an easy thing to be a Scientologist.
After decades of involvement, she has since become an outspoken critic, detailing her experiences in her book Troublemaker: Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, and in the Emmy-winning documentary series Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath. Remini has accused the church of controlling behavior, financial exploitation, and harsh treatment of those who question its practices. She has also criticized Tom Cruise for allegedly turning a blind eye to the church's alleged abuses. These actions of Leah have made the public question more about Tom's involvement in the Church of Scientology. It has led many to conclude that Tom prioritized the church, forgetting his family and loved ones. Suri is Katie's #1 priority. Tom only has Scientologists that work for him. Under terms of the settlement, Suri isn't permitted to be exposed to anything Scientology related, and this includes going to any Scientology churches, parties, and the rest. Katie made sure that this was ironclad.
Katie Holmes has taken every precaution to keep Suri secure. Holmes filed for divorce to protect Suri from Scientology.
Tom has left us to draw a conclusion on his absence in Suri life as he didn't attend his daughter's graduation ceremony. That was a big day for him to show his love and affection for the daughter, but he didn't show up. Instead, he was attending Taylor Swift's Eras tour in London. That's not even all. Not only was he absent on the graduation ceremony day, but his name was absent as well as being Suri's father. That bold move by Suri to drop the father's name shocked everyone.
Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's daughter Suri has a new moniker. During her high school graduation, the former couple's daughter is listed among her fellow graduates without her father's surname, instead being referred to as Suri Noel.
This happened during her performance in Head Over Heels on Broadway. The 18-year-old Suri was on the show's playbill as Suri Noel, which appears to be a nod to her mother Katie Holmes' middle name. This clearly shows that Suri does not know her father anymore, and she has not spent time with him in a decade. This shows she is trying to break free Tom's shadow and forge, being absent or not from her life, not attending her graduation ceremony, and dropping his name was a bombshell.
Suri has chosen to go by her mother's middle name rather than her father's surname, Cruise. Suri was surrounded by family, friends, and classmates even though her father wasn't there.
But as long as she has her mother, he didn't even know about his daughter's college choice until she announced it in a TikTok video. Katie speaks so highly of Suri, she can't help but swell with pride and nostalgia. Watching her little girl blossom into a beautiful, intelligent, and compassionate young woman has been the greatest joy of her life. Remembering everything she had to go through to keep the daughter safe, Suri is finally growing to become a woman, very creative and inspiring her. What more could a mother want? To see her daughter grow into a wonderful woman. Katie said she is proud of her daughter. And of course, seeing her take another step forward in life, going to college, she will miss the close proximity.
Pope Francis, at 87, has raised eyebrows across the globe with a comment that inadvertently hinted at who might succeed him as the next pope. This rare moment of candidness has ignited speculation and curiosity about the future of the Catholic Church and its leadership. Amid growing concerns about his health and potential resignation, his unintentional reveal of potential successors has set the stage for an unprecedented period in the Vatican. 3 names have emerged as key candidates: Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines, Cardinal Petro Parolin, the Vatican's Secretary of State, and Cardinal Peter Turkson, hailing from Ghana. These leaders, with their unique skills and perspectives, reflect the global changes within the Church and the shifting focus towards the global South. Pope Francis, a figure known for his humility and progressive stance, has openly acknowledged the idea of resignation, following the example set by his predecessor, Pope Benedict XVI, who resigned in 2013. In recent years, Francis's health has become a topic of concern. After undergoing a serious lung operation in 2021, he has faced increased scrutiny about his ability to fulfill the demands of his papacy. With the physical toll of his position growing, discussions about a successor have intensified. Pope Francis himself has even stated that he would consider stepping down if it became clear he could no longer lead effectively. This candid admission has brought his potential resignation into sharper focus. The possibility of a papal resignation is no longer a distant idea, as Francis has suggested that he might follow in Benedict's footsteps if his health or age were to impede his ability to lead. Given these circumstances, the question of who might take his place has become a matter of great interest. While no official decisions have been made, Pope Francis's slip of the tongue and the names of potential successors have become a major point of conversation within the Vatican and the broader Catholic world. The notion of a non-European pope has gained significant attention in recent years. Pope Francis himself, as the first Latin American and Jesuit pope, broke many traditions, opening the door to greater diversity and representation in the Church's leadership. His election in 2013 symbolized a shift in the global center of Catholicism, which has long been concentrated in Europe. Today, however, Catholicism is flourishing in regions like Africa, Asia, and Latin America. These regions, which represent the growing numbers of Catholics worldwide, are starting to reshape the Church's identity and influence. Given this shift, it's possible that the next pope could emerge from one of these growing regions. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, often called Asia's Pope Francis, is one such figure who embodies the global nature of the Catholic Church. Tagle, the Archbishop of Manila and former president of Caritas Internationalis, has captured the attention of many with his focus on humility, inclusivity, and social justice. His pastoral care and strong connections with the youth and marginalized communities make him a compelling candidate for the next papacy. His ability to engage with diverse communities has earned him admiration, and he is seen as someone who could bridge the gap between the global South and the Vatican. Known for his advocacy for the poor and his focus on the environment, Tagle's leadership would be in line with Francis's vision of a church that prioritizes social justice and addresses pressing global issues. Another leading contender is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the current Vatican Secretary of State. Parolin, a skilled diplomat, has built a strong reputation for his international relations expertise. His deep understanding of geopolitical issues and his role as the Vatican's chief negotiator make him a stabilizing figure, particularly as the Church navigates the complex political landscape of the 21st century. As Pope Francis's right-hand man, Parolin is already familiar with the demands of high-level leadership. His background in diplomacy could be crucial as the Church faces increasingly complex global challenges, including climate change, migration, and interfaith relations. His steady hand could provide much-needed stability in a time of uncertainty. Cardinal Peter Turkson from Ghana is also a prominent candidate. Turkson has long been known for his work on social justice and environmental stewardship. As the former head of the Vatican's dicastery for promoting integral human development, Turkson has focused on issues like global poverty, human rights, and environmental sustainability. His advocacy for the environment, particularly through the 2015 encyclical Laudato Si', aligns closely with Pope Francis's emphasis on ecological care. Turkson's rise within the Church reflects the growing importance of Africa and the global South, where Catholicism is expanding rapidly. His leadership could signal a shift toward a more proactive stance on social justice and the Church's role in addressing the challenges faced by communities in Africa and beyond. These three cardinals represent the diversity of leadership that is emerging within the Church. Each one brings a unique set of experiences, perspectives, and skills that align with the priorities Pope Francis has championed during his papacy. As the Catholic Church approaches a potential leadership transition, the conversation surrounding the next pope is not just about a single individual, but about the future direction of the entire institution. In addition to the personal qualities of potential successors, the broader context of global demographics plays a crucial role in shaping the future of the Catholic Church. The Church has undergone a significant demographic shift in recent decades, with the center of Catholicism gradually moving from Europe to the global South and East. This shift reflects the growth of Catholic populations in regions like Africa, Asia, and Latin America, where the Church's influence is expanding. As the Church adjusts to these changes, the selection of a pope who can connect with the diverse needs of its followers has become increasingly important. In Africa, the Catholic Church is experiencing a surge in membership. Countries like Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo are seeing rapid increases in Catholic populations. The Church's emphasis on social justice, community development, and addressing poverty resonates deeply with many African Catholics. This demographic growth has also led to the rise of African leaders within the Church, such as Cardinal Turkson, who are shaping the direction of the Church's engagement with issues like poverty, migration, and climate change. Asia is also seeing significant growth in Catholicism, with countries like the Philippines, India, and Vietnam experiencing an increase in the number of Catholics, particularly among younger generations. The Church's efforts to adapt to local cultures and address issues like migration and poverty have made it increasingly relevant in these regions. The rise of leaders like Cardinal Tagle is a reflection of this shift. As the Church continues to grow in these regions, the possibility of a non-European pope becomes more likely. Latin America, once the heart of Catholicism, remains a vital center of the faith. While evangelical movements have gained ground in some areas, the Catholic Church continues to wield significant influence. In countries like Brazil and Mexico, the Church remains a powerful force in shaping social and political discourse. The emphasis on social justice, human rights, and poverty alleviation, central to Pope Francis's papacy, resonates strongly with many Latin American Catholics. As the Catholic Church faces these demographic shifts, the next pope will need to navigate a complex landscape. The Church's leadership must respond to the changing needs of its global community while remaining faithful to its traditions. This balance between tradition and reform will be a defining challenge for the next papacy. One of the most significant contributions of Pope Francis has been his focus on environmental care and outreach to marginalized communities. His landmark 2015 encyclical, Laudato Si', emphasized the moral responsibility to protect the environment and address social inequality. Francis has called for urgent action on climate change, framing it as a moral issue that disproportionately affects the poor. This focus on environmental care has become a defining feature of his papacy, and many believe it will be a key priority for his successor. Similarly, Pope Francis has placed a strong emphasis on the Church's role in caring for the marginalized. His actions, from washing the feet of prisoners to advocating for refugees, have demonstrated a deep commitment to those on the fringes of society. This outreach to the poor and vulnerable has challenged the Church to live out the Gospel's call to serve the least among us. As the next pope is chosen, it is likely that these priorities will continue to shape the direction of the Church. Another pressing issue for the Church is the need to engage with younger generations. Pope Francis has recognized the importance of youth involvement in the Church, and he has made efforts to connect with young people through events like World Youth Day and social media. The Church's future depends on its ability to resonate with young people, who face unique challenges in a rapidly changing world. By empowering youth and giving them a voice in Church decision-making, the Church can ensure its continued relevance and vitality. Ultimately, the selection of the next pope will be a pivotal moment in the history of the Catholic Church. The cardinals who gather for the conclave will face the task of choosing a leader who can navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing world. As we look ahead to the future of the Catholic Church, the discussions surrounding Pope Francis's successor are bound to continue. Whether it's Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, Cardinal Petro Parolin, or Cardinal Peter Turkson, each potential leader represents a different path for the Church. One that could either continue Francis's legacy of inclusivity, social justice, and environmental care, or return to a more traditional approach.
In a shocking turn of events, the atmosphere at a prestigious royal event turned from celebratory to tense as the crowd fell into a stunned silence. Catherine, Princess of Wales, affectionately known as Kate Middleton, unexpectedly collapsed in front of a horrified Prince William. The usually poised and graceful Duchess, who has long been a symbol of strength and elegance, left onlookers frozen in disbelief. The incident unfolded rapidly, with concern etched across the faces of those in attendance as Prince William rushed to her side, reflecting the gravity of the moment.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, has always been a symbol of elegance, strength, and poise, embodying the ideals of the British royal family. Known for her unwavering dedication to her royal duties and her ability to balance the demands of public life with motherhood, she has garnered admiration from millions across the globe. However, in recent months, troubling reports have emerged that have left both the public and the royal family deeply concerned. It all began during a prestigious royal event, where Kate Middleton, alongside her husband, Prince William, was expected to make another public appearance as part of her tireless commitment to charity work and royal obligations. The Duchess had long been known for her impeccable composure during these events, often showing little sign of fatigue or stress despite her packed schedule. However, what was meant to be a routine engagement quickly turned into a deeply distressing situation that left those in attendance in shock. As the Duchess mingled with guests, those nearby noticed that she seemed slightly pale and was moving at a slower pace than usual. Initially, it was chalked up to the sheer exhaustion of her busy schedule, which had been particularly demanding in recent months. However, things took a dramatic turn when, without warning, Kate collapsed in front of a horrified audience. Prince William, who was standing just a few feet away, immediately rushed to her side, his face a mixture of fear and urgency. The crowd fell into a tense silence, the joyous atmosphere instantly replaced by anxiety and concern. Royal aides and security personnel acted quickly, ushering the Duchess away from the crowd and into a nearby room where medical personnel had been summoned. The event was swiftly cancelled, and the media were asked to show restraint, although whispers of the incident quickly began circulating through the corridors of Buckingham Palace and beyond. Within hours, the news had broken, and concerns for Kate Middleton's health dominated headlines across the world. The collapse sparked an immediate response from the royal family, and questions began to surface about Kate's well-being. While the palace initially downplayed the severity of the situation, stating that the Duchess had merely been feeling unwell and was advised to rest, further reports soon indicated that the issue might be far more serious than previously thought. Speculation began to grow about the nature of her health struggles, with some pointing to the immense pressure she had been under in her role as a senior royal, while others suggested that there might be an underlying medical condition contributing to her collapse. In the days following the event, sources close to the royal family confirmed that Kate had undergone a series of medical tests to determine the cause of her sudden collapse. The results, while not immediately disclosed to the public, reportedly raised alarms within the royal household. It was later revealed that doctors had discovered a troubling issue, one that had been hidden from public view for some time. Kate Middleton had been quietly battling a serious health condition, and there were growing concerns that it might be cancer. The news sent shockwaves through both the British public and the wider world, as the idea that someone as beloved and high-profile as the Duchess could be facing such a daunting challenge seemed almost unthinkable. For years, Kate had maintained a healthy and active lifestyle, often seen jogging, playing tennis, and staying involved in numerous charitable causes related to physical and mental health. The revelation that she might be suffering from a potentially life-threatening illness left many in disbelief. While the royal family has traditionally been private about health matters, the severity of the situation forced them to address the growing speculation. In a carefully worded statement, The palace confirmed that Kate had indeed undergone further medical evaluations, and while they did not confirm a specific diagnosis, they acknowledged that she was facing a significant health issue. The statement reassured the public that Kate was receiving the best possible care and that her doctors were closely monitoring her condition. The lack of details in the palace's statement only fueled further speculation. Media outlets around the world began reporting that Kate Middleton might be suffering from a form of cancer, although no specific type had been confirmed. Some reports suggested that she had been diagnosed with an early stage of the disease and that her prognosis was good, while others speculated that her condition might be more advanced than initially thought. The truth, however, remained closely guarded by the royal family, leaving the public to grapple with the uncertainty of the situation. As Kate Middleton continued her recovery, the public's admiration for her only grew. She had faced one of the most difficult challenges of her life with grace and courage, and her resilience had touched the hearts of many. While the future remained uncertain, one thing was clear: Kate Middleton was a fighter, and she would continue to face whatever challenges came her way with the same strength and determination that had made her such a beloved figure in the first place. Throughout her ordeal, Kate had remained focused on her family, particularly her 3 young children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. As a mother, her greatest concern had always been for their well-being, and she had worked tirelessly to ensure that they remained happy and secure, despite the challenges she was facing. Prince William had also played a pivotal role in supporting both Kate and their children, ensuring that their family life remained as normal as possible during this difficult time. In a poignant moment that tugs at the heartstrings, Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, shared a deeply emotional embrace with a young girl in a touching act of compassion. This story, both heartwarming and heart-wrenching, unfolds as we explore the powerful reason behind this heartfelt gesture, a reason that is bound to move you to tears. Join us as we delve into this extraordinary act of kindness and the profound impact it had on both the young girl and those who witnessed it. This is a story of empathy, connection, and the remarkable ways in which simple gestures can leave an enduring legacy.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is renowned not only for her role within the British royal family, but also for her profound ability to connect with the public. Over the years, she has established herself as a figure of warmth, empathy, and genuine engagement, embodying qualities that endear her to people across the United Kingdom and around the world. Her interactions with individuals, her dedication to charitable causes, and the reciprocal affection she receives from the public reflect the depth of her character and the positive impact she has made. From the outset of her public life, Kate Middleton has been recognized for her exceptional ability to interact with people on a personal level. Her approachability and warmth have become defining features of her public persona. In a surprising moment that has reignited discussions about the inner workings of the British royal family, Princess Kate recently made headlines when she appeared to refuse to curtsy to Queen Camilla during a high-profile public event. The incident, caught on camera, has led to widespread speculation about possible tensions between the two royal figures. As protocol usually requires the Princess of Wales to show deference to the Queen Consort with a curtsy, Kate's decision to bypass this traditional gesture has been viewed by some as a pointed act of defiance, possibly reflecting underlying discord within the royal household. This moment, though brief, has added a new layer to the ongoing narrative surrounding the dynamics and relationships among the senior members of the monarchy.
News now from overseas concerning the royal family. Burglars broke into the grounds of Britain's Royal Windsor Castle last month.
From Adelaide Cottage, which is the primary residence for the Princess of Wales, along with their 3 young children.
What's really behind the royal family's carefully crafted image? For decades, one of the most trusted individuals in Princess Diana's life has stayed silent about the secrets she knew, until now. Diana's nanny has finally broken her silence, offering a rare glimpse into the hidden struggles of the Princess of Wales, her marriage, and the true nature of her relationship with her sons. Prepare for an eye-opening revelation. Diana's nanny was more than just a caretaker. She was a witness to the most intimate and personal moments of the princess's life. She observed Diana's struggles with immense pressure, both from her royal duties and her troubled marriage with Prince Charles. As a close confidant, the nanny was privy to the emotional turmoil Diana faced daily. This insight, hidden for decades, provides an authentic portrayal of the human side of Princess Diana, far from the public's idealized image. The nanny recalls how Diana, despite being adored worldwide, was often alone and vulnerable. Diana's role as a mother was her greatest priority, but her relationship with Charles was disintegrating before her eyes. While the public was captivated by the fairy tale marriage, behind the scenes, Diana's emotional state was deteriorating. The nanny, who was often the one to comfort the princess, witnessed Diana's deep sense of betrayal and loneliness. These emotions would become the foundation of her complex relationship with her children, especially as she strived to protect them from the chaos of her personal life. Despite her marital struggles, Diana remained fiercely dedicated to her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. The nanny shares how Diana broke royal protocol to ensure her children had as normal a life as possible, even though the pressures of their royal status were always looming. Diana's love and devotion to her sons were undeniable, and her nanny often observed how their bond remained strong, even in the face of public scrutiny and personal challenges. As Diana's confidant, the nanny also observed the complex dynamics within the royal family. Diana's relationships with her in-laws, particularly the Queen and Prince Charles, were far from ideal. The nanny's perspective sheds light on the pressures Diana faced as she navigated her royal life. From the emotional strain of her marriage to the weight of public expectations, the nanny's untold truths about Diana's motherhood. While Princess Diana's life was often scrutinized by the media, one aspect that was less discussed was her role as a mother. The nanny, who was by Diana's side throughout much of her parenting journey, shares a unique perspective on how Diana's personal struggles shaped her approach to motherhood. Unlike many royal mothers before her, Diana was determined to provide her children with as normal a life as possible, despite their royal status. She often bucked royal tradition in favor of showing affection, tenderness, and love toward her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. The nanny recalls how Diana made an active effort to shield her children from the pressures of being in the public eye, even taking them on private trips to places like theme parks and museums. Diana was especially protective of their innocence, striving to give them experiences outside the palace that allowed them to be just regular boys. The nanny mentions how Diana would often play with them, engaging in fun and playful activities that were far removed from the royal duties expected of them. It was in these moments that Diana truly shone as a mother, loving, playful, and completely invested in their happiness. However, the nanny also reveals the challenges Diana faced in balancing her public image with her role as a mother. The pressures of maintaining her princess persona were intense, and Diana often struggled to reconcile the expectations placed on her with her desire to be a hands-on, loving mother. The nanny recalls how Diana's genuine worry about her children's emotional well-being was always at the forefront of her mind, even when the media attention grew overwhelming. She was determined that her sons would never feel neglected or overshadowed by the royal machinery. This chapter further highlights the contrast between the public's view of Diana as a glamorous figure and the private struggles she faced behind closed doors. The nanny's account of Diana's mothering style offers an authentic portrayal of a woman who, despite her personal turmoil, placed her children at the center of her world. Diana's legacy as a mother remains just as powerful as her impact as a humanitarian, and her sons continue to carry her teachings with them as they navigate their own family lives today. The emotional battles. While Diana was the picture of grace on the outside, the nanny reveals a different side of the princess, one that struggled deeply with loneliness, mental health issues, and feelings of abandonment. Diana's battle with bulimia and depression was something she kept hidden from the public eye, but the nanny witnessed it firsthand. As a mother, Diana was determined to shield her children from her personal struggles, but the emotional toll was evident to those who knew her best. The nanny recalls how Diana's mental health struggles were exacerbated by the media frenzy surrounding her marriage.